Fluent Talk Podcast.
From SayAndLearn.
There's honestly nothing quite like it, is there? Finding yourself in a new city, you're hungry, ready for a fantastic meal. But yeah, sometimes that moment you step into the restaurant, that language barrier, it can suddenly make just ordering dinner feel, I don't know, really intimidating. So today we're doing a deep dive into what has to be the most practical English guide out there. Think of it as a roadmap for your conversation. It walks you through literally every phrase you need, from hello right through to paying the bill.
Our goal here is simple. Help you feel confident, totally in control next time you dine out.
Exactly. We're breaking down the kind of sequential steps of that whole restaurant chat. We're not going to get bogged down in complex grammar or anything. It's all about simplicity and, crucially, politeness. These are the specific ways to phrase things that just guarantee a smooth, friendly interaction pretty much wherever you are.
Okay, let's start right at the beginning. The door. You see the host, maybe a waiter. What's that first, essential icebreaker? It's actually the easiest bit. You just need to make contact, maybe a little smile and a simple hello or hi. That's really all it takes to kick things off.
Right. Simple. But the next step, asking for a table, that's often where a little hesitation can creep in, isn't it? How do we keep that request simple, but also, effective?
The core structure is super straightforward. You just use the phrase a table for and then the number followed by please. So if you're alone, a table for one, please. Or maybe you're with friends, a table for four, please. It's just the number, the request, and always, always that important word, please.
I really like how clear and, actionable that is. Cuts through any potential confusion. And okay, they've got a table for you. What are you probably going to hear next as they lead you over?
Usually something very direct, very polite, like this way, please, or maybe follow me, please. And really, that's it. Phase one done. You're seated, ready for the menu.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. You're settled in your chair, feeling good. But now you need to actually see the food option. How do we ask for the menu without sounding, abrupt?
Well, we fall back on that core structure for pretty much any request in a place like this. Can I have the menu, please? It's versatile, it's polite, everyone understands it. And again, notice the please.
Right, please is non-negotiable. Now, once that menu is in front of you, sometimes the English categories themselves can be a little confusing, especially if you're translating in your head. Can you give us a quick rundown of the main sections?
Sure. You'll almost always see starters. Sometimes they're called appetizers. These are the smaller dishes to begin with. Soup, maybe a small salad. Then you'll get to the main courses.
Sometimes entree, depending on the place, right?
Yeah.
Which could be confusing because entree means starter in French. But in English, it's the main dish.
Exactly. That's a good point. This is the main part of the meal. The chicken, the fish, the pasta, maybe a burger, the substantial food. And then usually at the end, you've got desserts. That's the sweet stuff, cake, ice cream, fruit, whatever. And of course, a section for drinks. Water, juice, soda, wine, beer. Just knowing those four rough categories, starters, mains, desserts, drinks, it really helps you navigate quickly.
Okay, so we've looked it over, maybe debated a bit, decided on our perfect main course. The waiter comes back, notebook ready. What's the standard question they'll ask to get the ball rolling?
The most common one is simply, are you ready to order?
And what if you're almost ready, but you just need 30 more seconds, which happens all the time?
Yeah.
What's the best polite fallback response?
You can definitely just say, yes, I am, or yes, please, if you are ready. But if you need that extra moment, the perfect phrase is, just a minute, please. It's friendly. It signals you're nearly there. Very useful.
Okay, this next bit feels really important. It's about moving beyond that very direct, maybe slightly blunt, I want. We want to sound natural, polite, when we actually say what we'd like to eat.
Yes. Politeness here really hinges on using the right words. Instead of I want, the much preferred, much more polite phrase is I would like. It works in basically any restaurant setting. I would like the grilled fish, please. Perfect.
And I noticed the source material also mentioned a shorter version, one that sounds very native, very efficient. I actually really like using it.
Yes, the contraction. I'll have. It's just short for I will have, and it's super common, especially in more casual places. I'll have the hamburger, please. Both I would like and I'll have are excellent choices. They just sound courteous and, confident.
Right. And after you've listed everything, the waiter often repeats it back, doesn't he? Okay, so that's one fish, one side salad, one soda. What's the simplest way to just confirm, yep, you got it?
Just a simple, yes, that's right, thank you. That little confirmation is all that's needed.
Okay, fantastic moment. The food arrives. Looks delicious. As the plate is put down, What's the standard thing the waiter says, and how should we respond?
Generally, they'll say something like, enjoy your meal. And a simple warm thank you is the perfect response.
Now, what about mid-meal? Say I'm eating and I suddenly realize I desperately need another napkin. Or, oh no, I forgot to ask for ketchup for my fries. How do you politely get the waiter's attention when they're busy? You can't just yell across the room, right?
Oh, definitely not. No yelling. You need to try and catch their eye as they pass by. And the key phrase, the signal that you need something is, excuse me, that little phrase politely opens the door for your request.
Got it. Excuse me. And once you have their attention, the way you ask for that extra napkin or ketchup, it sounds like it might be familiar, like we've used it before.
Exactly. It's that trusty, can I have structure. Again, you just phrase it as a polite question. Can I have some more item, please? So can I have some more water, please? Or can I have another fork, please?
Makes sense. Keep it simple. And usually a few minutes after the food arrives, the waiter does that check-in, right? Just to make sure everything's all right. What should we expect to hear?
Yeah, that's standard practice. Is everything okay? It's probably the most common way they ask.
And if the food is genuinely amazing, we don't just want to say, yeah, fine. We want to give a proper compliment, show we're really enjoying it.
Right. If it's really good, the best responses are something like, yes, it's delicious, or yes, everything is great, thank you. Remember that word, DELICIOUS. Delicious. It means really, really good. It gets the message across perfectly.
Okay, the meal was delicious. We're full, feeling satisfied. Now it's time for the final step, paying up. We need to get the server's attention one last time.
You guessed it. Start again with, excuse me, to politely signal you need them. Then you ask for the final tally. The request is usually, can I have the bill, please? Or you might hear, or say, the check, please.
Yes, the bill versus check confusion. That trips people up sometimes.
It's really just a geographical habit. Our source material points out bill is generally more common in the UK and Ireland, while check is what you'll hear most often in the US and Canada, but honestly, use either one. They'll understand you anywhere.
Good to know. And what if you're not sure if they take cards? If you need to pay with plastic?
Just ask directly, nice and simple, do you take credit cards? And then when you actually hand over the card or the cash, a very natural phrase is just, here you are.
Perfect. Payment's done. Maybe you leave a tip depending on local custom, and you're heading out. What's the final polite farewell? The one that leaves a good impression?
Just a simple, positive closing. Thank you, goodbye. It wraps everything up nicely, shows you were happy with the service. So, if we zoom out and look at the whole thing, this entire dining experience, which can feel quite complex, it's really built on just a few reusable phrases, isn't it?
That really is the key takeaway here, I think. So for our listeners planning their next meal out, maybe feeling a little nervous, what are those absolute must-memorize phrases? The essential toolkit.
If you boil it right down, these 4 structures cover arrival, asking for things, ordering, and paying. They are a table for, then can I have for menus, extra items, refills, then I would like, or I'll have for ordering your food, and finally the bill please, or the check please. Master those 4 and you're basically set.
And the success of all 4 of those hinges on one. Let's call it the golden rule that we saw in literally every single step.
Always, always use please and thank you. Seriously. Politeness goes such a long way. It smooths over any little mistake you might make with grammar or pronunciation. It just makes the whole interaction pleasant for everyone.
Absolutely. And for anyone still feeling a bit apprehensive about trying this out, one of the best tips from the sources was about keeping that first order simple, right?
Definitely. Don't make your first attempt ordering, boeuf bourguignon avec pomme dauphinoise if you're not confident. Stick to things, things that are easy to say. Pizza, pasta, fish and chips. Something simple. It just helps build that initial confidence.
And how do we build that confidence before we even walk into the restaurant?
Practice. It sounds maybe a bit silly, but grab a friend, a family member, whoever. Role play it. One of you is the customer, the other is the waiter. Go through the whole sequence, from hello right through to the check, please. Shh. Doing it out loud, even in pretend, really helps it stick and makes it feel much more natural when you do it for real. Which actually brings up an interesting final thought, doesn't it? For you, the listener, we talked about picking simple, delicious food for that first confident order. So now that you've got the phrases every step of the way, what simple, tasty dish are you going to choose to order first on your next adventure? Give us some thought, keep practicing, and enjoy that meal.